So this is Katherine and Christopher Tipper of Hunter Benefits Consulting Group, and it is Friday on the couch, bourbon edition.
All right, or some variation thereof. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Hey, look at the snacks.
So today is what, September 24th? Today's
Yes.
September 24th. We've got some different things on the table today because yesterday we did an educational webinar with Mork's Chocolate, a longtime Palatine locally owned institution.
So was it education on chocolate or 401k plans?
No, both. We learned about chocolate and we learned about fiduciary responsibilities on the asset
We're talking about guided
side.
tastings
That's
and
right,
how
guided
they
tastings.
help you with things. And
Absolutely.
so guided 401k.
Guided 401k tastings. They don't taste very good, okay?
They don't. That's why you need a
lots of
guide.
fiber. Yes, absolutely. All right. So today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. If you haven't figured out, our On the Couch, the Friday Afternoon Bourbon Edition is supposed to be humorous. We find ourselves amusing. We're trying to have a lighthearted look at the IRS, the Department of Labor, Pension Benefit Guaranty Corporation, all that stuff, all right? Today we're doing it a little bit differently. We're just going to be discussing the Washington update because it's a lot, all right? We'll be back in a minute. Oops, sorry. That's right, can't let that go. All right, and we're back. So today we are going to be discussing the Washington update with Kristina Katherine, and you'll notice that she has on normal eyewear. I think that's supposed to be a hint that there's no rose-colored glasses in today's conversation, Kristina?
No, I'm going to have to pay attention to the details and not live in hope.
I need a donut.
Yeah, all right, let's have a donut, dear. All right.
Donut.
You can have one later, Kristina.
So tell us about the Washington update.
Well, during the week, the IRS, DOL, and PBGC all issued requests for comments, and their proposal to change the 5500 series that's filed every year to cover PEPs, MEPs, and as Katherine likes to say, plans that go bump in the night. So what it did was, it's from the Secure Act of 2019. They finally got around to this, and it covers all of the additional reporting that they want to see for those three types of plans.
And this was 350 pages or something like that, right?
Oh, it was like 200, yeah.
Okay. Let's have as to try to lend some education to this.
Okay.
What are PEPs, MEPs? They used to be called something else, but they're now called DCGs, I thought, or DCG or DSG?
DCG.
DCG.
Defined contribution.
And other things that go bump in the night. What are we talking about here and why?
Let's start with the MEPs,
Okay.
even though it comes second. We'll start with MEPs. Multiple employer plans. Multiple employer plans means plans of, normally they are closed or open. This is
Right.
what we've had in the past. If it was a closed MEP, you filed one 5500 for it. If it was an open MEP, because there was nothing to tie the employers together, then each employer had to file just as though they had their own plan. They also had the bad apple rule,
Right.
whereas if somebody really was bad,
It's not those kinds of bad apples.
no, it's a bad.
No dessert for you.
It would taint the entire plan
Right.
if you had a bad plan. So, those are the MEPs. Now, PEPs, which are pooled employer plans, are really a form of MEP in that they are the open MEPs that they just changed the name of and added requirements for them to ease the reporting.
So is it fair for me to say that a PEP is now a formally approved open MEP with more stringent fiduciary requirements on the entity sponsoring the PEP?
I have not seen the guidance regarding how to transition
nobody has.
from the cold, from the closed,
Yeah.
from the open MEP to the PEP.
Right.
But I'm sure that it should be.
But it
easily
seems
done.
like an evolution of that. Well,
It is.
because open MEP, I'm saying it like that because in the past, open MEPs were kind of okay.
They were
There was a question.
definitely okay, but the problem was the reporting.
Right.
You
Okay.
still had to do your individual
Yeah.
reporting. And so there wasn't really advantageous to band together for an open MEP.
You're
And
loving this, aren't you?
yeah.
I just always want to put like every minute that this is an open advertisement for just have your own plan, man.
Yeah.
Just have your own plan. As you get tired with Kristina talking through all these things that are changing,
And remember,
just do it.
This is not Kristina's fault. She's trying to share with the
She
audience.
is.
So maybe every minute, Filippo, at the bottom, just get your own plan. Like a subliminal, just get your own plan. Yeah, yeah. Don't do this.
Well, it's the anomaly that people go, let's do something simple that makes it more approachable, and then they're like, let's make it better.
Okay.
And let's make it better is always more
So
complex.
here it is, September 24th, 2021. This stuff came out December 27th?
2019.
2019.
Right.
We still don't have final regs.
Right.
Okay. They've come up with a whole bunch of stuff, and then what they're calling DSGs now were GOPs.
Yeah.
But they've stopped calling them
GOPs?
the groups of plans. They were calling them groups of plans. They're now calling them defined contribution groups because we're not going there.
Because they want to.
Yeah, yeah.
But those are the plans that we refer to as going bump in the night.
Ah.
Yes.
And something happened. They're talking about something happened with the 5500s for
Yeah.
the DCGs that make them less simple than they were supposed to be,
Oh my
right?
gosh. We thought, oh look, you have
Yay.
these PEPs and they have to have a PPP to run them, and then you have your MEPs, and it has to be an organization. And now we got just groups of plans. How
Right.
simple.
Right, yeah.
Okay, you can combine them. You can, as long as they meet all of the requirements, such as having the same plan provisions, the same fiduciaries, the same investments, then you could combine the plans into one and file them. Here's the problem. If you have a PEP, you file one return. If you have a DCG, you file one return, but each return has the equivalent of a 5500 SF attached to it for every single plan.
So,
So what does the Paperwork Reduction Act say to this? How many hours does it take to fill this
I
one
haven't
They're
seen
out?
filed electronically, so it's not a problem.
right.
Oh, well,
But-
they're still supposed to give you the estimated time you're going to spend on this.
there
It's
is
just a little infinity loop.
Yeah, there is a little bit of what we would think of as a bright spot in this, in that you can't have brokerage accounts in it,
True.
right?
Yes,
They've got to
yes.
be, yeah. All
Has
right.
I'd say
to be
the
on a
bright spot
platform.
is either green or red, and it's at your
A
forehead.
platform that's being monitored by another government
Okay.
agency.
Is there a change in how we count the number of participants for an audit? Is that also coming?
It's proposed that they will change from being total number of participants,
With or without an account balance?
with or without participants, grand total, to only participants who have an account balance. And there was a great hue and cry when the long-term part-time employee counts had to happen.
Right.
Yeah. Because that would add a lot of employees who would probably not defer. So they would never have
Right.
an account balance.
Okay.
And yet there would be an audit required for the 12 people who were actually in the plan. Yeah.
Well, with account balances.
This
Yeah.
sounds a lot like beta testing, right? Like, don't be the first person to do this.
Well, there is that. Yeah.
Wait till it's
People are doing
MEPs,
PEPs
PEPs
though,
2.0.
without
right?
any guidance.
There's like over
3.0.
50 of them because there's,
There's 150 PEPs already?
I said like 50.
Oh, 50.
At
Sorry.
least 50. But there's a provision that your best guess effort to follow the rules that you think might occur sometime in the future, you'd be okay. In other words, they're not going to come down on a PEP provider.
Well, yeah, but we're waiting until we know what the rules are to figure out what we're doing. All right. You've got what's there's
No,
so
you
many
just want a
questions.
drink.
I don't
No,
even
no,
know
just-
where. I
just-
just yeah.
Have another
Just
drink.
more.
Have another
Just
drink.
Another drink.
It'll be
Have
fine.
a 401k plan.
Have your own
Have your own
401k
401k
plan. All right.
plan.
So
Oh, I forgot to tell you this. If
But there's more.
Yeah, that there's more. You might think that going into PEP, MEP, or a DCG would be wise. No audit. Well, no audit for PEP, as long as there is under 1,000 participants in the PEP.
okay. Oop.
But that's the whole group. That's not your employees. That's the whole group.
The whole group.
Yep.
The MEP will only have an audit if it's the regular over
Right.
120, 100.
Okay. Yeah.
But a DCG has to be audited, and everybody in the plan, if there's an employer with over 100 participants, they get an audit too. So there's no advantage to the DCG. They took all of the advantages and just ripped them right out.
So somebody is choking the DCGs to death in favor of the PEPs
Do you know why?
because the financial companies don't make money on the DCGs and they're going to make money on the PEPs.
Well, that's, yeah, the financial companies went and lobbied for the PEPs.
But not the DCGs.
But the DCGs would be direct competition for them, so no, they don't like that.
All right, I think we've been doing this for a while, Filippo, right? Yeah, all right. So we're gonna try to wrap this up. 3 things, pay attention here, folks, all right? 1, we still don't have final guidance for PEPs, MEPs, and other things that bump in the night. 2, they've changed groups of plans into DCGs, defined contribution groups, and made them very hard. They've basically killed them. And number 3, get your own plan,
Yeah,
right? Okay.
get your own.
You like that, Katherine? Does that sound about right?
Get your own plan.
All right, get your own plan. All right. Thank you very much. I'm learning a lot throughout these. I hope you learn a little bit. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, yell at us for saying something wrong. Please, just let us hear.
Yell at Christopher.
Well, okay, yell at me. HunterBenefits.com, and of course, any questions, sales@HunterBenefits.com. Take care.
Yay.
Here's looking at you.
Here's looking at you.